So, Angela Simpson, where should we start? Since we are not going to actually be watching the full case, we are not going to be we are just going to be watching the interview with her. I want to give you guys a some background information about what she did. So, because she's a really principled lady, no, woman, she's a really principled person, and she realized that this guy was absolutely breaking the law. I mean, the law in her mind was thou shall not snitch. And fun fact, the guy is crippled, so you can imagine he's just living this okay life like a regular person. He has no idea, like he had no idea what was coming his way. It feels so bad. So this guy is just like able to sit around because that's pretty much most of what he can do. He can't really be up and about like you would on your regular day. So he's spending a lot of his time sitting around, and that gives him the chance to like see what's happening, what's going on. So like if there's a problem and the police comes, and he's like able to say, oh yeah, I saw this and that happen, and that's giving him some level of like fulfillment. And yeah, I'm doing something good with my life, I'm able to help people, I'm able to help solve a case. And he was really excited about it. So he goes around telling everybody like, I'm helping the police, I'm working with the police, type of stuff like that, which is like something that anyone with a normal mind will be like, oh, at least he's finding fulfillment with something that he's doing, and he's doing something good. But not Angela. He just absolutely pissed her off when she realized that, oh, this guy's a snitch. And that is because a lot of her family members are in prison. So she's like, it's probably because of snitches like you that they're in prison, right? Well, she decided to take care of it, and she murdered the guy. And this is the interview they had with her after she had been sentenced.
Upfront,
Pretty much.
about talking about this killing.
Right.
You murdered this man.
Yes.
You tortured him.
Of course.
Dude, she's like, yeah, I did. Yeah, that was me. Of course I did. Like, she's so cool about it. Like, she knows that when I say she's principled, in her mind, she feels like, oh, I actually did something great and I'm proud about it.
There's no ambiguity, and there's nothing you want us. Yeah, in court today, you said you're not here to pretend to be remorseful.
Of course not. Why would I do that?
Dude, you took someone's life, and she did not wait. I'm going to give you the entire picture of how she, like, to an extent, the entire picture of how she killed this guy was not just like out, and no, she took her time. She spent 3 days on the job. Like, wait.
Are you remorseful?
No.
Why?
Why would I be?
Well, why did this man deserve to die?
Good question. Why did he deserve to die?
You claimed he was a snitch.
What?
Proof do you have of that?
He told me he was a snitch.
He told you.
On many occasions. But that really doesn't matter. Why did you guys want to kill me? Phoenix wanted to kill me. What's the difference?
Like, if you have an actual working brain, they wanted to send you to the, like, guys, she got a life penalty, which is like probably Christmas for her, because it's not supposed to be. She was absolutely supposed to get a death penalty, beating and killing a crippled man, and she took 3 days to get it done. So it was really a crime of passion, and she enjoyed it. And the crazy part is the guy has never done anything to her directly. He was literally just living his life out.
Everybody has a reason to kill.
The incident, can you tell me anything about what happened during the next 3 days while you were?
What do you mean?
It's-
I took him to my house, walked him down the street. I don't know why the media acts like the motherfucker couldn't walk. He walked very well. Walked him upstairs, kicked his ass, and killed him.
And that is putting it in, like, loosely, in the best way of, in the worst way of using the word loosely. What she actually did was it was 3 days, first off. And from what I read, he had like more than 50 stab wounds. So she probably tied him up, tortured the living daylight out of him, and slept, came back to it. So you can imagine, like, the guy has just lived through hell, and it's sad that his last moment was him living through hell. And I even heard the worst part of it all for me was that I heard she lodged a 3-inch nail into his head while he was still alive. So yeah, I have tried to get like something to do this and try to like nail myself when I was a kid, and it's a pain I still remember. So imagine nail going, I have no idea what I was doing at that time, but imagine nail going, being buried into your head, like passing through the skull and everything while you are still alive. It's just the crazy part is, where did she live? Because she said she walked him into her apartment, and I read that she lured him into her apartment. Where did she live that he was not able to scream? Did she have like stuff put in his mouth? It's just crazy, and she's so proud of it. Oops, what did I do?
And again, your belief is that he was a snitch because he
Right.
told you.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the guy was like free about it. He told people like he was doing something good. It's not like he felt he was doing something good. He was doing something good, so he just shared it with everyone. But he shared it with the wrong person this time.
Claimed that that other people had been killed in that same, or you had killed other people. Have you killed other
No, I've never killed anyone else.
So that was something, was talk.
Right.
And you don't want to talk about your past, but your lawyer said that, you know what, in sentencing you, the judge should bear in mind you've had a really
Right.
tough life.
I started being hospitalized at 10 years old. I have a mental history from 10 years old till present.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, she doesn't care what you and everyone else thinks about her being sick. Like, it's true, her childhood gave her much, what do I call it? Gave her like the push to get to where she is now, but she really does not care about it, and she does not expect you to. Just listen.
So, yeah.
When you say mental history, I mean, did you care that anyone feel sorry for you? Do you want anyone?
Feel sorry for me.
Yeah, should the people who are watching
Like she's like, feel sorry for me. How disrespectful.
this say because she had a bad childhood?
Of course not.
Or she has mental illness?
Of course not, no.
That we should feel some sympathy for you?
No.
You would not have that.
I want no sympathy.
No way.
What?
She doesn't deserve the sympathy to begin with. Like, dude.
Do you care what anybody thinks
No.
of Angela Simpson and what you have done?
I don't.
Wow.
You know, I'm really not trying to be get
Right.
angry, but I just want to see you're
Like, this guy has some balls to interview her. Like, no matter, even if there are cameras around, the cameras will only pick up evidence. If she gets mad and tries to make you her second victim, besides, she's already going to jail for life. So what could go wrong?
You say, I killed this guy, he deserved to die, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's there. You're up front. I want to know if you have any concerns about what put you in that position to do that to them.
It was just too much. The things he talked about, it was too much.
Do you believe him? I mean, lots of people go around claiming I'm a snitch or making themselves...
Really, you don't say.
Well, I think they talk about law. I know people tell me I've got associations with law enforcement. You know, I've got this. I'm a friend with this.
Do you happen to have a list of those?
Okay, this was what, like, she was like, give me something. Is there anyone saying such things? How do I not know about this? Like, give me something. Give me a name, social security number, something. Okay, fine. Just give me a first name. I'll find them by myself. Like, dude, she's literally talking about her next crimes if she was out of here. Like, do you happen to have their names, please, sir? I could really use that.
Name drop. Well.
Oh,
maybe in
wow.
a certain, but you know what I'm saying? People say lots of things.
Like, she could really take down a list. And she's saying it so casually. And she's like, do you happen to have a name of those? I could really use that right now. Dude.
To make themselves sort of
Well, he picked the wrong nigger to say that to.
Ugh.
if he wanted to brag about putting so many people in prison. You picked the wrong person.
Yeah, that's what did it to him. That's why.
What, the bragging?
The bragging
yeah.
about putting the people in prison.
Right.
People you knew.
No, I don't know it.
That's the crazy part. People she does not know. It's not like, oh, okay, I'm trying to get revenge for this, and that. Now she just felt like he was breaking the law according to Angela Simpson, and she needed to like put an end to it. And she had to execute him. That's what I would say.
You believe him? You think he really was a snitch?
Oops, if he wasn't.
Oh wow. Oh wow. She's like, oopsie. If he wasn't like after taking the guy's entire life, taking his life away, she's like, oopsie. If he wasn't. Wow.
Yes, I believe he was.
Do you have family?
I do.
From an adopted family? Or
I have 4 children.
You have 4
Oh.
children?
I do have 4 children.
Where are they?
I hope they take none of her.
It's El Mirage.
What is, how they doing? And how is it for you to be separated?
I don't want to talk about my children.
Oh wow.
Can't do that.
She has feelings.
Is there a message? Or what? Is there a bottom line or a lesson to be learned from the story of Angela Simpson?
There's a bottom line to everything, but
What is the bottom line to this story?
What is it?
whatever people want it to be. If I
What is the bottom line to this story, guys? Never brag about snitching.
it doesn't matter what I say.
You really don't know. She just really should not have killed the guy for real. Now, what she says next is what really gets to me. I have no idea why people would choose to commit a crime, knowing that the next thing they're going to get is jail. I mean, I really love my bed, but I really enjoy the freedom that I can leave my bed and go to wherever I want to. And she literally committed this crime, like in her mind, she expected to get the death penalty. Just listen.
No, I don't. I should have gotten the death penalty.
Did you want the death penalty?
No.
Of course not.
I prefer to spend my life with my sisters, but yeah, I do believe that would have been justice.
So she feels like it was injustice that she got to spend. She gets life imprisonment, but she feels like she does deserve she's grateful for it, but she does deserve. Like, why would you do that if you know you're going to get the death penalty? Why?
So you deserve death penalty, but you're glad you got what you got.
Right.
When you say your sisters, you're talking about them when they're not in prison.
Right.
Okay. And have you found that that there is some bonding with their friends here?
She's literally.
Some comfort to you when you're in
Most
prison.
definitely, yes.
Most definitely, yes. What is the experience been like here? This facility.
Horrible. Yes, it's terrible. Jail is awful. They don't, they have no, well, they have no compassion. They don't give us the things we need here.
Oh wow.
Will be in prison to you.
She does understand the word compassion, but like when you shoot someone, you'll be like, oh, this person was just really mad and they made a mistake, but she tortured and killed someone over the period of 3 days, but she understands the word compassion. Wow.
I certainly hope so, yes.
Have you done time in
No.
prison? You're hoping that it will be a better existence.
Yes, definitely.
You're a young woman, 36 years old. You'll be there a long time.
Right.
A really long time.
But your belief is that you deserve the death penalty.
Definitely. Well, I believe God. That's what God says. Unless God is wrong, which I doubt. So
Have you ever God?
Just leave God alone out of this.
Yeah, but where you just believe.
I believe
I
that.
hear an eye.
Right.
Ugh.
I expected to die for this.
Like she knew this was she knew this was going to happen, but she still did it. That's what I cannot wrap my head around. Like she's probably just sick, because I wouldn't be doing something if I know what the consequences are going to be.
To you, what would you have with anyone who may hear this interview know about you?
Exactly. Just like she
Why
did.
did you feel like you were in a position to be the judge, jury meetings?
I'm not sure.
I'm really not trying to be
Right.
angry, but I want to see, you say, I killed this guy, he deserved to die, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's pretty, it's there, you're up front. I want to know if you have any concerns about what put you in that position to do that to them.
It was just too much. The things he talked about, it was too much.
Do you believe him? I mean, lots of people go around claiming I'm a snitch or making themselves.
Really, you don't say.
Well, I think they talk about I know people.
She's like, he committed a lot of crimes. I just couldn't take it. It's just too much. Dude.
Defendants found it necessary to.
So the co-defendant she's talking about here, she's talking about the people that were close to her that gave out a lot of information about her, and that actually pissed her off.
Divulged so much information to the detectives. I regret that. They were people I really cared about. And I regret that they were near me or around me at any point.
And then help the prosecutors.
Help the prosecution, correct.
You
And
activate those people.
Definitely, because they didn't know, they weren't actually with me during any of my crimes. So for them to say that they were, to try to get lesser sentences, was a little heartbreaking.
So friends of yours lied to prosecutors, lied to police.
Correct.
She's like, how could they?
Correct.
They snitched on you.
I like he used the word snitch just to get under her skin.
You do to them what you did to
No,
Terry.
I would not.
And that's the crazy part about her principles. She's like, these guys were like family to me. I am not going to hurt them, but I am pissed about what they did. So I'm mad, but I won't hurt them because they're like family. Well, that Tyler also had a family and had people that cared about him that much. I don't know how she couldn't see that. Well, I'll leave the link to the rest of the interview just below, but this is just something really horrible. The fact that she took a lot of time going through her thought process and killing him slowly for doing something that is just being he was actually doing the right thing, what we all should be doing. It's crazy, and the fact that she's unfazed about it, it's even crazier. Well guys, stay safe and know who you divulge information to. See you guys in the next video.